Hey guys, and welcome back to Grounds Family Farm. It is a beautiful afternoon. It's a little chilly, but it's all right. As you can hear, these animals are really hungry, so we're about to go feed them. And I want to tell you about something really crazy that happened yesterday at the auction. It was actually really eventful. Couldn't believe what we saw. But first, before I get into any of that, I'm going to tell you about the sponsor of today's video.
Sponsor of today's video is FlexiSpot. They were nice enough to send us one of their Japanese joinery beds and their U3 hybrid mattress. Y'all may be wondering, why do we need a new bed? Well, as y'all know, Abby is getting older, getting bigger, and she thought it was time for an upgrade because she has had a twin bed for the majority of her growing up life once she got out of baby beds. And so it is time to do an upgrade, and they were nice enough to send us one. So we're fixing to start putting this together, show you how it goes together, and tell you a little bit about it while we do that. One thing we really love about this bed is it's made of solid hardwood. It's actually made out of rubber wood, which gives it high strength and it's not easily damaged. It also comes with a moisture and scratch resistant coating, which means it's going to last and look great for years. Also, it is super sturdy and easy to assemble. There's actually no tools required and very little hardware. It's stable and quiet because of the Japanese joinery interlock joints, which hold together through precise tension and compression, which means you're going to have a tighter and more stable hold, and it's going to reduce wear and loosening. And everybody knows all those other beds with all the screws and stuff, over time they loosen up, and you do not have to worry about that with this bed. Another great thing is the slats that are put in that hold the mattress up are actually held in with Velcro, which means they're not going to move around, not going to fall out, not going to be noisy. They use inward recessed legs, which means the frame is actually going to sit snug against the wall, and it's not going to have a gap like many of those other beds do. They also sent us the U3 hybrid mattress, which offers premium quality at a very good price. It's durable and environmentally friendly because it uses a non-toxic foam within it. They also offer a 365-night trial and lifetime warranty on the mattress. And the other great thing is it's made in the USA. So if you're looking for a package that is well built and a good price, this is the one you need to pick.
1, 2, 3.
I love it!
You love it?
The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. Our project's complete. Abby has her new bed. She's super thrilled about that. So if you want to upgrade your sleep, be sure to check out the link in the information description below. Head over to FlexiSpot, purchase you a new bed, and upgrade your sleep tonight.
Are you guys hungry? Just a little bit? They're hungry. Oh, okay. Decoy feed. Oh, didn't completely work. Let's give you a little bit more. Because I got to get in there, guys. Got it? Yeah. Okay. Bob, no. Go. Feed her. Or there. Hey. Up. Hey. Guys, stop. That's a little much. They're too excited. About got smashed between two cows. It's not what I was expecting. Buddy boy. Well, Bobby was a little aggressive today.
Sure.
Not aggressive, just pushy. Go eat. It's
Crazy.
over there, crazy.
Go eat, crazy eyes.
Go eat, crazy boy. I gotta fill up their feet. Their water.
Oh, I'm petting him kind of.
Oh, I know. He's very friendly.
Yeah. That's fun.
I am out of breath. Was that funny? They didn't really almost smash me. They just had me worried there for a second because knocked me off balance. All my decoy piles of feed were not enough to stop little man there. Plus the girls. The girls get just as pushy as he does sometimes.
Yeah, Tubby, Joe, and this thing don't. But the three big ones are like, do it now.
Okay, Hulk. Okay, buddy. Hey, we hear you, bud. We hear you. Yes, we're gonna feed you. Okay, so Hulk, I'm gonna feed the rice bran to today because it keeps him full and he really loves it. And you'll see that here in just a second.
Blizzard.
But I've got to fill up enough of the thing. Dang, Blizzard, quit.
No.
He gets excited at feeding time too. Ugh. Not near as messy as I got the other day though, because Rascal, Kevin was coming up the driveway and I had some rice bran because it was their day for rice bran. And Rascal got, I guess, impatient or whatever, came up and knocked me into the fence. And then he sat there and he reared back again, so I dumped all the rice bran out. I was covered head to toe. It was crazy. Liz, are you happy he's here?
Happy what?
Yeah, you and I gotta come to an understanding, mister. You can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah, you know I'm talking to you too.
Who's that?
You're choosing to ignore me, aren't you? Or look at me innocent.
You are not innocent.
He's looking at me innocent, like, yeah.
He's like, I didn't do that. She did that.
Yeah, we're gonna do donkeys and horses and emus for the rice today too.
We hear you.
Just because. But, okay, let's go to Hulk. Are you sure you're gonna be able to do that, babe?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we gotta get his feed bucket over here. Hang on. Okay, here, Hulky. Hulky. Hey, here.
He enjoys.
All right, we gotta get his food bucket. All right, Abs is fixing to climb the fence and go move his bucket over here close. Fast, fast. That has seen better days. This is the goats thing that I'm sitting here shaking.
Okay.
Okay,
Now I
Hulk.
can feed him.
Yep, you ready? Come on, Hulky. Don't get covered. He may get covered, but this stuff is covered. Oh, there it went. There's a pigeon over there. Okay, here's to hoping that Rascal treats me nice today. Actual grain, guys. Actual grain.
Go, go, go. Sheepy!
This lid got knocked in there, so. Okay. Hi.
Yeah.
He likes the rice bran, Rascal, I'm talking about, but he also really, really likes the grain, so he's a little more occupied for a little bit longer, I guess, the individual little bitty pieces of the grain, so that helps. And we'd accidentally knocked his Blizzard's food lid over into the pen. Sorry, I'm out of breath from trying to get out of there as quick as possible. So I had to go retrieve that and just hope he wasn't gonna send me flying, because then y'all had an extra special treat there. We got Miss Jessie and we got Johnny.
We got Jessie, Johnny, Puppy, Sunshine.
Puppy and Sunshine, yeah.
Jessie, Johnny, Puppy, Sunshine.
We told you before, but Sunshine is the oldest goat out here. Oh, and there's little Miss Carmel.
Oh, my sweet baby girl. She's the smallest goat out here.
Yeah, she is the smallest.
Yeah. No, but yeah.
And there's Miss Rose, who I don't know if she's just fat or if she's pregnant. Who can really tell, right?
You are.
I mean, to me, she looks pregnant, but she's looked pregnant multiple times and it's just been a belly. So, I don't know. Snowflake, we're thinking probably actually is bred because pretty sure she came into heat recently and then Johnny was around to take care of that.
Hi, babies.
And those little girls, who knows?
Who knows what all those really?
And Puppy, I've been thinking might be, but it's really hard to tell too. And then Sparkle's back there, the grayish goat back there. She's pretty sweet, but the last time she was pregnant, she never even really showed signs until she developed a bag. She stayed really small the whole time, so I don't have a clue. But yeah, if you look at Miss Rose, you can tell she got some big sides.
That's cool.
Hey, Blizzard.
And Cide's pregnant.
We had some comments last time, people saying please don't let the goats eat the dog food, and we do not encourage that, and he actually keeps them away from it, so no need to worry about that. They try, and he always stops them. They do this song and dance every single day. I don't know what it is, but just wanted to let you know that everybody's fine and nobody's being allowed to eat dog food. Except the dog. And there's Miss Sheepy over there, acting like she's never eaten in her entire life. Rascal does the same thing.
No.
Rose, don't be a rear end, please. Please don't.
Please get out of the feeder, dude. Take my papa's face.
You're crazy. All right, well, I think we're gonna go down the hill and go see the donkeys, horses, and emus. You can see that they are waiting on us. So we'll head down there. But yeah, I'm really glad that today has turned out so pretty. Yesterday, the girls and I had gone to the auction just by ourselves because Kevin had to work and we just figured it'd be something fun. They actually had a camel there, which I think I have a picture of Abby with it and I'll put it in here. So it was really cool. He actually had an exotic auction, which for our area, I mean just rural Arkansas, that was pretty cool that he actually was able to get a camel. It didn't sell, didn't quite go for what they were asking for it. So the guy loaded it back up and took it back home, but that was pretty neat.
His name was Buckle. Okay, so you could ride him. He would lay down. He would lay down for you to get on him and everything.
Yep, he was really, really, really pretty. And there were lots of other animals that they liked. And they did come home with a few things, but we're not quite ready to tell you about that. That'll probably be in the next video, actually. Don't be scared. Here. You take this. Latch the goat. Latch the gate. Latch the goat. Hey, are y'all ready to eat? Are y'all ready to eat?
Let's go, yo. Go, 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 go. Everyone turn. Let's go, go, go. Sparky, go. Okay, well, we're going. Come on, Sparky. I'm walking with the baby donkey. I'm walking with my baby donkey. Let's go, everybody. It's food time. Dun, 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 dun. I love you.
Easy, sweetie.
I love you.
Short stack, you better be nice.
I love you. I love you.
Hey there.
If you didn't know, Spot is Daisy's baby.
Yep, Daisy's over there. She took off and went to a different one. I guess she wanted that one.
Not to get mixed up with Short Stack.
Yeah, she and Short Stack look very, very similar. She's just a little bit taller than he is. And there's Miss Spice, which she doesn't really care to be messed with too much while she's eating. And then we got Penelope, Pancakes, and Maple, her baby. Still working on getting close to Maple, but Maple's not really having too much of it. Walk slow, slow, slow. Hey, Pancakes.
Can I touch your baby, please?
No. Hey, Penelope. Hey, you're not skittish, so why are you walking away? I don't even know. Here, we'll walk away.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, I hear Charger. Or a little bit, I don't know which. But yeah, over here, that's Miss Daisy.
I got Waffle.
And we got the emus here. The reason I didn't put any feed in the emu feeders that we do have so nicely hung up here is this powder kind of goes everywhere, and I try not to get it in my eyes if I'm dumping it out. So even if I've got glasses on, still that stuff goes everywhere. And there's Mr. Waffles, and then Comet and Precious.
Lots of my boys. Well, I have
Yeah,
three
they're
boys.
sweet boys.
I got lots of boys. All my babies.
Yeah, we have more boys than what we originally intended to have, but
It's okay because they're
Can't
all
really-
precious.
Can't really stand to get rid of them. Initially what happened is when we got home from the auction after buying Precious and Short Stack, we got to looking and thought that Short Stack had been cut and we had been scammed. So we were like, oh no, we need another male. So we wound up getting Comet. Right after Comet came home, we realized that no, he had just been young, but Short Stack is a full male as well. So
We're not getting rid of him.
but we're not getting rid of Short Stack. That's Abby's baby, so no need to fear there. But all the others, Precious is getting kind of up there in years. Sometimes he has trouble moving when the weather gets cold or something like that. Kind of arthritic, I guess. But he still gets around really good. But he is an older guy, and Comet's younger, so that's good. Waffles, our horse over here, he is actually up there in years too, but he is still solid and very, very healthy, so that's really great. Yeah, and he is a fan of that rice bran, so if I'm coming out here and getting to spend a little extra time with them, I like to bring that because that's one of their favorites. And the emus think that it's great.
And a fun fact, we raised all our emus from babies.
Yep, we did raise all the emus from babies. They are really, really sweet and they're funny to watch. It's crazy though to be less worried about coming in this pen than going in the other one with Rascal. Not real sure what's gonna happen with him if he continues acting wild. Hopefully not, because he doesn't do that every time. But I mean, if he keeps trying to be aggressive with us, then he's not gonna be able to stay. So yesterday at the auction, it was really a crazy day. We'd been sitting there for quite a while, and there was this older gentleman. He was kind of sitting across the place from us, and I guess they had a llama in the ring, is what they had in the ring. I won't forget that. And we just heard his wife yell, daughter, whoever she was with him, yell, "Somebody call 911, he's having a stroke." And we were like, everybody like jumps up and looks, and he's turning red, and he's like convulsing kind of, and his head's at his chest and doesn't look good. So there were actually some paramedics that were there, and so they came and they were checking him out and everything, and they went ahead and called EMS, but he came to really quickly. And one of them was like, well, maybe he just had a seizure. Maybe he didn't actually have a stroke. And he didn't have a clue what had happened. He's like, I'm fine. He was really not happy that they had to stop the auction. He's like, I didn't buy that thing, did I? So that was really crazy. They had to call the ambulance, and he had to get checked out for probably 30 minutes or an hour. And then after that, he came back in and he resumed. He actually bought some stuff after that. Really glad that the gentleman was okay. Like I said, we don't really know what happened. Don't know him personally, but it was wild. It was wild. Definitely looked like there was some sort of medical event happening. Maybe he choked. I don't know. But at least he's okay. Then a little bit later, there was a really insane thing that almost happened, and they nearly had to send somebody to the hospital for real. So tell them about what we saw in the back.
Okay, so we were looking at the back, and we saw so many cute animals, but there was one cow. This cow was a mama and a longhorn.
Yeah, she was a Texas Longhorn with a very, very wide spread.
Yeah. And whenever people get too close, she would kind of back up and like swing her horns and stuff.
Yeah,
when she got in the ring, she started chasing him.
Yeah, so in the back, we were over there looking at some cows, just waiting, biding our time till, stuff that we didn't want to look at, just till we could go back in there to watch the sale. And we got up to a pen that was next to where this longhorn was. She started pawing the ground, snorting, shaking her head, and then acting like she was going to advance on the pen. And we're like, okay, well, we better get away from here. I told the girls, I'm like, let's just go. Let's go the other side. So all was well. Well, this cow and her baby come into the ring, and a guy who was familiar with the animals, he came in, and he was kind of getting her to walk and everything. And I mean, you could tell that she was being very protective of that baby. That's definitely her baby. Well, I guess she just got rattled because the environment, I mean, it's different setting and all that good stuff. All those people, she'd been there all day because it was toward the evening after the medical event had happened and all that. And the guy slightly turned his back on her. She started charging. And he was close to the fence. So he started trying to climb that fence. She got him somewhat. I think just her head got him, not the horn. Otherwise, he'd have been in worse shape. He did say she tore his pants as he was climbing up and over, but he was climbing up to the top. And this older gentleman on the front row, I don't know if he was trying to jump forward to be able to help yank him over the top or what, but he stood up, and instead of taking a step, he lurched forward. He grabbed onto the railing and he whacked his head really, really hard on that railing that was around the center show ring. And so, he looked dazed for a minute, and they were having to grab him and help him sit back down, help the other guy over the fence, because, he was still actively throwing himself over this fence because the Longhorn's still sitting there steadily charging him. It was wild. It was insane. We have been to this auction many times, and it's never been that crazy. A little entertaining. Since everybody was okay. But, well, it was after the fact. They all laughed about it after the fact. They were all fine. But that could have been really, really bad. Yeah, I've never seen such a thing.
You can say it was an eventful day.
It was definitely a very eventful day. But we had a good time together, and Kevin was able to join us toward the end of the day. And then we all got to go out and eat supper last night. So we had a really, really good time, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. But,
And
what?
there was so we bought Tubby from that same auction.
Yep.
The same guy who brought Tubby had another little baby. Halter broke. He had a little green halter, and he was the fluffiest thing I've ever seen in my life, and he was too cute, and his name was Wyatt.
Yeah, there was another mini Hereford. He was actually a bull. Very, very young bull. But he went for quite a bit more than our price range right now. Well, Abby's price range. Because she would like to eventually get into mini Herefords. She loves mini Herefords.
Yeah.
And we're good with that. But registered stock comes at a higher price tag. We know that he has really great quality animals. So that's something that we may look into in the future as an investment. But right now, it's just not what we were going to do. So unfortunately, she had to say goodbye to him yesterday. But he was precious. And the guy, we do have his number since we bought Tubby from him. So if something comes up in the future and we are able to maybe potentially purchase one, then we may do that. But...
And the camel.
Do what?
And the camel.
Yeah, the camel... Camel, unfortunately, is way out of our price range.
It was like $1,000.
He was a lot. Yeah, even more than anybody up there was willing to pay. But that's all right. It was just a cool experience getting to be up close to him, pet him, everything. He was really sweet, Camel. And the owners were really friendly and nice, and they didn't mind us touching him. She was loving all over this Camel. Camel didn't spit on her either, so that was good.
That was good. But the llama.
Now, the llama that was there, he looked like he was about to spit on her. She got a little close, and I was like, look at his head. He looks like he's rearing back to spit at you. So she and Izzy both took off. Izzy is actually in the house right now. She actually has had another ear infection. We had to go to the urgent care clinic the other night. So she's not been feeling quite herself. Oh, what'd they do? But she's fine. She's just still not feeling the greatest. So we just told her that's fine if she needed to stay inside. We'd go take care of the animals for now. But I guess we're about to get out of here. Another thing, several of you guys had asked me about what I was talking about one day multiple times when I was talking about cinnamon rings. I told you that they were made from cucumbers, oversized cucumbers, and I told y'all that if I ever got the chance to make them this year that I was going to bring you guys along. That way you could kind of see the whole process and see what we do. And I was actually able to make some, it's been about a week ago, but I did take some footage because it is a multi-day process. So I figured I'd share that with you guys. That way you can kind of see what they're actually all about. So I know y'all have heard me talking about making cinnamon rings out of the overgrown cucumbers, and a lot of you are like, what is that? Cinnamon rings are actually a sweet treat made from cucumbers that you've peeled and cored, and it's a multi-step process, multi-day process. Actually start it today, and then there's 3 days worth of making a brine and like soaking them for sweetness and all that good stuff. But today I'm just going to get it started. That way in a few days we can actually finish it up and I can show you the finished product, because it's really not hard. It's just a little time consuming on the front end. I don't have a ton of cucumbers today. As you can see, they're varying sizes, but most of them are pretty large. So that is actually perfect for what we're wanting to do. So I'm going to get started by peeling these, and then I'm going to core them, and then we've got some other steps we got to do. I'm hoping I can get this done fairly quickly. I'm going to put the peels in here. That way I can take them out to the animals later. Okay, so got all those peeled. Some of them that are a little misshapen, like have a pointy end or whatever, those ends will come off, so it's not a big deal. I'm fixing to cut the ends off now, and I think I'm going to cut them in half to be able to core them. Just may make my life a lot easier. So I don't have like a vegetable corer, so I'm just going to take my spoon and run it in there and all the seeds and everything out. Voila, ready. So I'll set that over to the side and do the same with every section that I do. Yeah, definitely patience is a virtue when you're making these. Okay, so got all those cored, and now I'm making my lime water mixture to soak these in. So it's 2.5 cups of water, which I've already got in there, to 2 cups of pickling lime. Maybe there's a secret to opening this at first. Didn't want to open. So 2 cups. So I'm going to stir this up. It's a milky white mixture. This is going to stay on there for 24 hours. That's pretty good there. So I'm going to take this, set it in the floor, just so that it's out of the way. And now I'm going to slice all of these. I did wash the cucumbers before I started. They will be washed again tomorrow. But I'm going to slice all these into semi-uniform slices and put them down in the lime mixture. Okay, so there they are, and they are going to sit in this lime water for 24 hours. I'm going to cover them to make sure there's no flies or anything like that that get into it. And then tomorrow we will pick back up on the next step in the process. Yesterday it was kind of late whenever I got home, got inside, because I immediately went out to go help Kevin with some stuff. And so I was getting everything done quickly at night, and I just didn't film. So I'll fill you in on what I did. You saw that I put those in the lime water. Well, I drained them, I rinsed them really, really, really well. And then I also put them back, I cleaned out that bucket, put them back in the bucket, and covered them with ice water. And it says to let them sit for like 3 hours. I had enough ice in there, and I just let them sit overnight because that would have put it at like 11 o'clock. Then there was more steps to be done 3 hours later, so didn't bother with that. I went to sleep. So drained them this morning. and then put them in a pot and mixed some vinegar, water, and alum and red food coloring, which we don't do a lot of dyes here, but to make pretty cinnamon rings, I will make an exception. You can get all natural dyes too. I just currently don't have any, but that's something we're going to be looking at in the future. But so I had to let them sit in a pot for 2 hours and simmer. So now they are beautiful and red. See? Ooh. So that's what that is. I drained that and put them back in here because I needed my pot. To this pot, I added vinegar, water, cinnamon oil, a cinnamon stick, and 12 cups of sugar, which is a lot, but I mean, when you're canning, you know, you use a lot of sugar. So what I'm going to do, or what I did was I put this on the stove, stirred it, let it boil, took it off, and now we're about to pour it over these. And then these are supposed to sit overnight.
Ooh.
Yep, it's hot. And then I just let my cinnamon stick go in there with them. Just gonna let them sit in this liquid. Tomorrow we will repeat this process, and then on a couple days from now we will actually be able to put them in jars and stuff. But it's like I said, it's a long process, but it is definitely well worth the wait to make these delicious cinnamon rings. Okay guys, so I didn't want to bore you with every single day the exact same process, but for 3 days now I have drained off this liquid and boiled it, then poured it back over the top of these and let them sit. So this is the 3rd day. So now it is finally time to actually can these, which it's a little different. I don't actually use a canner for this. I'll show you that here in a second because I know that sounds a little strange, but I'm about to strain them again. I have this big pot that my colander can fit right over the top of, and it goes straight in. I'm just careful that I don't like slosh it or anything like that. But I'll put it in the sink, strain those in there. It says to bring the syrup to a boil, add the cucumbers, and then bring it all to a hard boil, which is a boil that can't be stirred back down. And then put it into jars. And then after putting the lids on the jars, we're going to turn them upside down for 5 minutes to get the lids sealed, to get the seals hot so that they'll seal whenever you do return them upright. We're boiling now. So now we're going to let that sit and boil, boil, boil. Get back to a rolling boil that can't be stopped. And then we'll take them off and put them in jars. Okay, so got them to a hard boil, and now I'm about to put them in jars quickly because I definitely don't want them to lose their heat and make it where they're not going to seal, which I guess if they did, then we could just do a water bath and can them, but I prefer to not have to do that. The key with canning is to basically scrunch as much as you can in there. That way it doesn't all like float up when you add your liquid. So now, just gonna spoon the liquid over them. Just like with anything else, just kind of same level. And then also I'm going to probably use my little blue deal. Like I said, I've told you before, I don't exactly know what the proper term for that is. So I went ahead and got this paper towel wet, and now I'm going to go around the rim on all of these. Make sure I wipe them down really good so nothing inhibits that seal. Put the lids on, same way you do with anything else. Make sure they're nice and tight so that nothing's going to seep out. But with the lids on there, they're nice and warm and all that. Shouldn't be an issue. Okay, I'm gonna grab a couple pot holders though. Flip. I'm just kind of retightening the lids as I go. And so what this does is all of this heat from these warm cucumbers is going to be pressing right down on there, which is right around that seal. So we're going to wait 5 minutes with them like this, and then we're gonna flip them back upright and should start to hear all of those pops. If I have something that doesn't wind up sealing, I might water bath it just to make sure that they do get sealed. But that's the way this recipe is. And that's actually the way, there's a lot of older recipes that are made that way. And things worked out all right. And I've done it this way many times and it's worked out just fine. So we're gonna see if this works, and assuming it does, then we should be about done. All right, guys. Well, all 5 of them have sealed. I'm so happy to hear all those pops. Makes me really, really happy, especially when I don't have to break out the canner and water bath them. And these do have to sit for a little while, a few weeks, just like pickles do. You want to have that great flavor and all that good stuff. But really, really happy with how they turned out, and I think that they look beautiful. But I guess this is where we're going to end it today so that we can go get finished on all the chores and get inside before it gets dark. Still got some things to do inside, and don't want to have to wait too late for that either, because we want to start this week off right and get some rest tonight since we're able to. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we will catch you next time at Grounds Family Farm. Bye, guys.
Bye. Peace. Bye.